My name is Berg. This is What Was I Saying blog KDB. I'm here to provoke thought and move humanity just a little bit. I do edition that's called Let's Do It to It, current news going on. Today, I'm actually going to focus on this first. The fentanyl crisis. I did not know it was as bad as this states. The opioid epidemic has been a persistent public health crisis in the United States, with fentanyl overdoses representing a significant and growing portion of drug-related fatalities. This synthetic opioid, which is 50 times, people, stronger than heroin and 100 times more potent than morphine, has become a leading cause of deaths across the nation. Did not know that. Current statistics indicate a grim reality. The rate of fentanyl overdose deaths has been rising steadily over the past decade. In 2021, over 107,000 Americans lost their lives to drug overdoses, with nearly 71,000 of those involving synthetic opioids like fentanyl. This marked a substantial increase from previous years, highlighting the escalating severity of this crisis. Comparing the current situation to the past, the increase in fentanyl deaths is stark. In 2013, the rate of drug overdose deaths involving fentanyl was just one per 100,000. By 2022, this rate is escalated to 22.7 per 100,000. This exponential growth showcases the rapid spread of fentanyl use and its deadly consequences. Comparing the current situation to the past, the increase in fentanyl-related deaths is stark. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. The demographic impact of fentanyl overdoses has also evolved, folks. Initially, overdose rates were higher among non-Hispanic whites, but recent data shows a shift with increasing rates among other racial groups, including non-Hispanic, Black, and Hispanic populations. The shift underscores the widespread reach of fentanyl across various communities. There's no rhyme, no reason, there's no class, no structure, no say. Fentanyl is doing its damage across all social stratas. Reasons behind fentanyl overdoses are multifaceted. The decline in opioid prescription rates, the reformulation of drugs to curb abuse, and an increased mixing of fentanyl with other illicit drugs having contributed to the surge in overdose deaths. Moreover, the presence of fentanyl in the drug supply often occurs without the user's knowledge, increasing the risk of accidental overdoses. Efforts to combating the fentanyl crisis include increasing access to naloxone, medication to reverse opioid overdoses, and enhance public education on the dangers of fentanyl. Despite these measures, the challenge remains daunting, with fentanyl continuing to drive the opioid epidemic forward. The current state of fentanyl overdose is significantly worse than compared to the past, with higher rates of fatalities and broader demographic impact. It is a critical issue that demands urgent attention and action from public health officials, policymakers, and communities alike. For more detailed statistics, information on fentanyl, I'll be honest with you, folks. I thought post a couple years ago, where when I was working in ADW, I was living car parts, and you could stop and get a free dosage of naloxone, probably not saying it right. And that was like six years ago. I didn't know it is still this bad with fentanyl. Where I live, there's a former trap house they had to have dogs come in and look for crystal meth as well as sniff for fentanyl because it's so awful. If you know anybody that's fighting this kind of addiction or anything like that, or you heard of fentanyl being used in work and school and somewhere else, I don't know what to say. It's what they say, 100 times more. They say it's 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times more stronger than heroin. We have overdose crisis with fentanyl. I did not know it was this bad. Worked at Harry and David. I remember somebody overdosed in the bathroom. They said, and someone think I overdosed in the car. One day when I was working there, I wasn't working that shift. I worked nights, but we have a fentanyl issue. And as well, if people just want to try it once, it looks like the illicitness of it, because it is so uncontrolled and it's such a designer synthetic that it could be their last. As any drug you could try could be your last. I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm just talking about other things, especially when you don't know it. If you get it from a friend or somebody else, or you're at a rave and you buy it there, or friend of a friend, or something like that. We need more awareness on this. And this said, I think May 6th or May 5th was Fentanyl Overdose Awareness Week. I'm going to be following up on this more often. I did not know it was this bad. And I'm sorry if I haven't been watching that, because that's very important as well to people. And I'm going to stress, as times get worse, people look for other things to give them pleasure, excitement. Not worry about what's going on right now. And escape it as it will. And this is a crisis. So I'm going to put up what I wrote, of course, as a transcript. And then you guys can take a look at it as well. And share it please. Let's get this awareness out there. I did not know this many people are overdosing on this. I thought from OxyContin, the overdoses, I thought they kind of ran the gamut, and now we're going further down with overdoses related to fentanyl, opioids, stuff like that. But I was completely wrong. And my name's Kevin Douglas Berg. This is What Was I Saying, blog KDB. This is a special segment, has to deal with fentanyl. And it'll be an ongoing segment, actually, with fentanyl and overdoses and what's being done. What Was I Saying, blog KDB, we always pray at the end. Pray for you, pray for me, pray for world peace. Pray for people traveling. Pray for people in a plane, train, automobile. Pray for those people that are serving, have served, or fighting with PTSD. Pray for people in and on the hospital wanting a better day. Pray for any medical field, anybody, doctors, lawyers, doctor, just pray for all professions, and anybody wearing a policeman, a policewoman in uniform, and first responders, and everybody in rescue, you and me, world peace. Thank you. Kevin out. Thank you.